Gen Z pastor turns 30. Well, Gen Z sometimes people think are like the little tiny kids, but not anymore. See, we're getting older. And for me, I was born in 1996. I'm turning 30 this year. And when I think about that idea of turning 30, it feels like the first time that I really can't say I'm young anymore. You know, in the church, we talk about 1 Timothy 4:12, which is that Paul encourages Timothy that to not let people look down on him because he's young. And for many of my life and my ministry, I always felt like I was young. Because oftentimes people think Timothy is like a youth, like a teenager, but actually a lot of scholars think maybe he was like in his young 20s or middle 20s. It's like, oh, I can always resonate with that as I'm doing ministry. But at 30, that's what a lot of scholars think is the year that Jesus began his ministry. And so if I'm turning the year that Jesus began his ministry, I can't say I'm really young anymore. I can't say people look down on me. This is the age of our rabbi, the age of our teacher. And so what does this year have for me? What does this next decade have for me? And so as somebody who's turning 30, it's a good time to reflect. For me, the 20s was such a time of change, of adventure. Me and my wife, we were talking, and I was calculating just how many times I moved in my 20s, and I moved 9 times. And I hope in my 30s I don't move nearly as much. One, I'm getting older, my back's hurting. We have a son, and we want to dig deeper into the roots of our ministry. Now, one thing that's also unique, as I mentioned, Gen Z. And a lot of people maybe don't see me as that. Maybe it's because I disguise myself with a mustache, or I try to present myself as older. But in many ways, I've always kind of seen myself as younger. And so it's also an age where I have to really grow into the fact that I'm older. I'm a pastor. I can't just stay young. I have to really take ownership. I can't just be an imposter. I have to take ownership of the title, the responsibilities given to me. And so this video, I feel like in some ways is more reflective and just really in some ways for myself, but I hope other people can reflect too as we're getting older. What is our ministry? What is our legacy? What is it that we are looking to do? And for 30, I think it's specifically able to turn to the words of Jesus as he began his ministry. See, in Matthew chapter 4, verse 17, it talks about the ministry that Jesus began to preach. Because as he turned 30, he started his ministry. And his ministry was very specific, had a very specific purpose, the redemption of all mankind. But the words he had, I think, can speak for all time. It can speak for any ministry, anything that you're going through, what I'm going through, and can help gear us to what it is we're supposed to be doing in this life, not just in the year 30, but it's a time to really ponder that. And so in Matthew chapter 4, verse 17, it says, "From that time on, Jesus began to preach, 'Repent, for the kingdom of heaven has come near.'" The kingdom of heaven has come near. It's come near to you. It's come near to me. It's come near to this world, to his creation. And this kingdom has been inaugurated by Jesus. There is a new king in town. He is the King of Kings. The authorities, the powers of this dark world are being overthrown by the King of Peace, the King of Light. And so his ministry is repent. And so I think for myself, as I begin this year, as I begin this decade, as I begin this new stage of life, repent. This word that so often this world maybe shies away from, it is the word of Jesus' ministry. Repent. Turn to him. Turn and be saved. Turn to the one who will embrace you with open arms. Turn to the one who is holy, for we are not holy. And so for me, 30, take up the ministry of Jesus. Follow him. He is my rabbi. I'm his disciple. It is his ministry. I am simply his mouthpiece, his servant. And so I follow his ministry that he began when he was 30. And so I hope that we all will follow his ministry. And so as we follow his ministry and we go into this world and we say, "Repent, for the kingdom has come near," may God's peace be with you. Our benediction, 2 Thessalonians 3:16, may the Lord of peace give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with you. Thank you.